Chris to this morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. We're doing well.
We're doing well.
Glad you guys could join us as we end up December already. Can you believe it?
I cannot. I don't know.
It seems like we were just talking about June, July, and August just a few weeks ago.
It seems like just months ago, doesn't it? Yeah, it's
But,
flown by.
Been a pretty good month so far as weather-wise, so we can't complain, I guess.
Yeah, I think we're going to get, a couple days of this, and then all of a sudden I hear by the end of the week 50 degrees. So I'm not sure what Mother Nature's decided, but it's regularly
nice
changing.
She's being nice this Christmas.
That's exactly right. Exactly right.
So how was your board meeting?
Board meeting went well. Overall for the year, the hospital's done an amazing job of maintaining expenses and really working back towards getting us back to those pre-COVID numbers as far as volumes and such, and we're headed in that direction. So really positive note. November was a little bit slow. So, one of those situations where, we were down in both surgery area, we were down in the inpatient stay area, and that makes a big impact on a small facility. So for the hospital's operational numbers, we lost about 400,000+ for November. With some of the other monies we get, the net loss was about 200,000. Now what that does is it puts us at about $375,000 for the year down in operational funds.
Okay.
That's always been our goal. So that sounds like a huge amount of dollars. When you really look at it, we're just 1% off, maybe even less.
Right.
Because we're talking $15 million a month in billing charges and gross revenue. So really, really close this year. We're hoping December becomes a big month and we can kind of get back to that even point or a little bit above that. Overall for the hospital though, we are still at a net income of about $3.3 million in the positive this year. And that's $4.2 million more than we had projected compared to last year. So significant turnaround in overall numbers. So that is a very positive thing. We had some new projects coming up. We talked about those.
Always new projects.
Absolutely.
Gotta keep up with the times.
Well, our commitment to the community is trying to give you the latest and greatest of the procedures and things right here at home, the updated equipment to do those and that kind of thing. So 2 new pieces of equipment coming to Woodlawn. One is a new chemistry analyzer. So for all of those CSI people and lab people, this is a new way to do the tests a little bit quicker, a little bit more options of tests.
Okay.
So just adding to that for the community.
Yeah.
So that'll be coming to Woodlawn's laboratory department. And then fluoroscopy. I think we talked a little bit about this last month.
We did a little bit.
So it's real-time 3D X-ray. That's kind of the closest I could say to it. So we use it a lot for swallow studies, for EGDs, when somebody's having issues swallowing. Mm-hmm. This will follow the food literally all the way down and through down the throat, and you can see the food moving through. Mm-hmm. So that's going to take a little bit of time to upgrade, a couple weeks. It's a pretty good sized piece of equipment, so they're going to be pulling it out and putting a whole new one in. And we're going to do a little bit of a renovation of some new flooring and things like that when that happens. So you'll see that coming up in mid to late January. It'll take about 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
People don't realize this, but with some of those X-ray pieces of equipment, those actually have to be decertified by the state physicist. So we have to have there's a guy in a physics suit somewhere down in Indianapolis, and they have to come out and take that equipment apart in a very specific manner to make sure that we maintain the safety and stuff for the department and the community. Okay. So that takes a little bit of time to get on their schedules and get done. And then just another thing on with regards to imaging equipment, we did just complete an upgrade at our Schaefer Medical Clinic. There in the orthopedics department. We've upgraded the X-ray machine that's right there in that department significantly. So now they can get better, cleaner, new digital images and do a wider array of exams there.
Oh, okay.
So that's something nice for the community as well. Really, the other thing we wanted to mention again is, Woodlawn Health. We're changing. We're changing our name. It was always Woodlawn Hospital. Now it's Woodlawn Health. And so, I'm not sure the exact date, but you may start seeing that woodlawnhealth.org come across on our emails and things like that. We are a not-for-profit, and so that .org is kind of that designation that we've not had in the past We're going to be switching over to that. So over the next few months, as you get emails, it's the same people, just a slightly different line at the end.
Just a new tagline.
Just a new tagline. The other thing too, just mentioned over the holidays. Happy holidays.
Yes.
Thank you from all of Woodlawn Hospital. We have really enjoyed this year getting out to the community more than we have been able to in the past. It's been wonderful. We've met a lot of great people, and everything from walking in the rain at Kiwanis Festival and enjoying that to passing out stuff at the ball games for the kids in the spring, and then just this past weekend, Krista and the team at the hospital organized a great little Santa breakfast. Had 100 and
so Akron, we did a Santa event at Akron for our own employees. Though
Correct.
we did a breakfast with Santa. I think Brad would know, having little ones, our kids, they do have to sacrifice sometimes so that we can take care of our community. So it's really great as a health system when we can give back to those families and those kids, and we can allow families to come in and be with Santa, and just do it for our employees. I think something about healthcare that's unique is that we're always on call, and so our kids, in a sense, always have to be willing to get shifted, and this is a way just to kind of say thank you.
right.
So we did that, and then we also greeted our community in Akron on Sunday when Santa came to town. We were a part of that, so, and I echo what Brad said. It's been really great to get out in our community, to be a part of our community, to meet patients and potential patients, and to hear stories about how this health system is affecting our community. That's just always a great thing for us to hear.
Absolutely. EHR, we talked about that electronic health record. We've had several meetings with multiple companies.
Yeah.
We're moving forward. We now have a timeline.
Ooh.
We are going to be on one integrated platform beginning July 2025.
Okay.
And it sounds like, boy, that's a long ways away.
It'll be here before you know it.
It'll take 12 months minimum once all the paperwork's, the ink is dried to even get there. So we've on a timeline now. We've got it figured out. So we're very excited about that. That'll be great for the community. Other things going on at Woodlawn, stroke accreditation. We've been stroke certified and chest pain certified for many years, and every few years we have to go through that reaccreditation process. So just want to let you guys know they came out, HFAP or ACHC, which is the national body, came out and redid our stroke certification here a few weeks ago, and we did a phenomenal job.
Awesome.
So Don Gabrich, who's our director of accreditations and certifications, just did a fabulous job, and we passed with flying colors. So,
Always like to hear that.
absolutely. Chronic care management. Now, this is a new program that's going to be starting next year. We'll have patients in the community start receiving phone calls or start seeing advertisements. Chronic care management is a program for Medicare recipients and Medicare Advantage recipients that will allow them to have someone contacting them on a monthly basis. It's a registered nurse to go over their medicines, make sure they're following up and doing what they need to do with any of their chronic conditions. So patients who are eligible have 2 or more chronic conditions defined by the federal government. So if somebody has high blood pressure and diabetes, they would qualify. It's a voluntary program, 100% up to the choice of the patient, but it's a way for someone to really kind of keep track. Are you doing those wellness things you're supposed to? Have you gotten in and gotten your A1C checked if you're diabetic? When was the last time you did blood work? Those kinds of things. Did you get your colonoscopy in the last 5 years? All of those things. So this is a new program we've never been able to offer in the past. That will be coming this next January.
That's awesome.
So you'll start seeing some stuff out in the newspapers, online and stuff over the next month or so, and we'll be able to get that moving soon. So
Cool.
if you do get a phone call, it's not a
It's
telemarketer. It's a legit call. We've got working with a group that's going to be helping us out with that and getting people signed up and taking care of that. So
Awesome. Just another way to help the community.
yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of people in the community who, maybe they don't have the means to get to the doctor very often just from a transportation standpoint,
Yeah.
but they got a question or two. They will be receiving phone calls and talking with the nurses, but they'll also have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week number that if something comes up and they have a question, they can call it at any time. And they will get an RN on the phone who can talk them through that figure out what it is. Is it a medication issue? Is it, oh, you really need to go to the doctor issue? But it's just someone else there to be that intermediary in between. And then that group of RNs will report back to your primary care doctor. Hey, I talked to Mrs. Jones last night, Mrs. Smith last night, and here's what's going on. Would you guys give them a call and get them scheduled for an appointment? That kind of thing. So just another means to help people out. And then, from a marketing standpoint, keep checking us out on Facebook and Instagram and all of those websites. We're getting out there more often. And
Have you got them all figured out now?
That might be a whole nother show. If there's ever an intervention that was needed,
Yeah.
it would be a digital.
That would be a digital.
No, I do check out Facebook. I won't lie on that. I rarely get involved in posting anything, which is probably good. But we're there. We're active. One of our most recent nurse practitioners, Elizabeth Rodriguez over at Akron. Just want to shout out to her, and she's been here a few months now and starting to get pretty busy, and great addition to that community. You can get online and check her out on our new website as well. And if you need somebody to get in and see, she's there and available for you in the Akron community. So
Mondays you can get on, check out employees there. So you do the highlight of the employees.
absolutely. So we've got a follower here.
Yeah,
see, we got one.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we highlight our team on Meet the Team Monday. So in a rural community, it's really important that we know who's caring for you, and so this is a great way for you not only to find out just a little bit about their professional background, but also their personal background. And it's been really fun to post those on every Monday, except for the next 2 Mondays because it's holiday. We get to post that, and it's been fun to highlight our team. And it's not only just doctors that we're highlighting, but we're highlighting frontline staff as well.
Absolutely.
Many who've grown up in this community, so always fun.
It's interesting to me to see how many of our long-term employees love seeing that come out, because you work first shift and you don't know that there's these people on second shift, or hey, there's a weekend option nurse. I've never met that person before.
Right.
Well, you get a chance to see them and get a little information about them, and we post something very similar in our cafeteria that's kind of scrolling on which new hires and that kind of thing, as well as people who have had 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of service. If that ever went away now, I think we might have a revolt. People love seeing that, and so
cool.
it's great. It's great, absolutely.
Well, anything else this morning here?
No, again, just happy holidays to everybody in Fulton County. Thank you so much, and just remember we're here, and we're constantly trying to earn that right to care for you. So if you've got anything that you need, you give us a call. We'll see what we can do to help you out.
Well, we want to wish you and the entire staff at Woodlawn Health a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you in 2024.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Woodlawn Health Report here on the Giant FM Morning Show. Back with more 92.1 WROI.